Hey, if you're a regular viewer of The Edge, you know I close every segment off with an inspirational message that usually refers in some way, shape, or form to the Bible. Because I do a closing like this, I get bunches of emails and letters from people, and people send me different books to read and booklets and say, hey, maybe you'd find this interesting. This has really happened to have an impact on my life in a positive way. So I get a lot of stuff. One of them that I got that I really enjoy is titled Topics for Bible Study and Personal Growth. This is a real whopper. This guy really went through some pains to send me this. And it's got 80 specific teachings in it. And the guy's an avid bass fisherman from a small town in Minnesota. And in addition to sending me the booklet, he sent me a whole bunch of pictures of a big bass that he catches. Gave me some good links to come and take a look at that. I really appreciate. But one of these messages, I just want to read you a little snippet of it because I really found it interesting. It was titled When Silence is Loud. And it starts out, does God stop speaking or do we stop listening? Have you ever turned on a TV program or a movie that was already started? It doesn't make much sense unless you saw the beginning. The same thing happens when we try to skip too far ahead of God's will. Something is missing, and it can seem like God is silent. We need to go back to where we last knew we were in God's will and pick it up from there. The Lord's will is like walking up the stairs, one step at a time. We respond to God, then He responds to us, then us to Him, and Him to us. It's like taking turns. If we dug our feet in regard to God's will, or gotten in a rut, God may seem silent. Is God telling us something we don't want to hear, so we block it out? Do we only listen to God when He says what we want? Has He been repeating Himself so many times on something that we no longer hear it? And then there's one sentence that really caught my attention. The words common sense are not mentioned in the Bible that I've ever seen. Yet it is God's voice for the very most part. I really thought that was a great read. Many of them are great, and I really want to thank you, Mike, for sending me this. It's been a blessing to me. Hey, from all of us here at The Edge, you have a good, safe fishing season. We'll see you on the water.